Making a career choice is one of the most difficult decisions you have to make in your life. By the time you get to college, you usually have an idea of what you want to do. But imagine being in 3rd or 4th grade when anything is a possibility. How can you make a decision? With the Delaware BIE Alliance's What in the World programs, younger students are introduced to careers dealing with math, science, and technology. There are many volunteers each year, including Wesley's nursing department, who see the programs as a great opportunity for children.
Because we believe it's never too early to begin to instill an interest in children in the sciences. And I mean, it'd be great if they grow up and they choose nursing, but even if they choose biology or another allied health program, at least we have interested them in a subject area that can be very rewarding.
Since the program is so beneficial, the nursing department encourages other Wesley departments to volunteer their services.
This is, I think, our 3rd year in participating, and we have found it to be a great way to get out there and not only serve the community, but to get the kids interested in something that could make a difference in their lives.
Any program using math, science, or technology in any way is invited to participate. If you are interested in volunteering for What in the World, you can contact Robin Agar at ragar@bie.k12.de.us. For WCTV, I'm Chris Agar. Midway through the first quarter, a beat Badmus runs 48 yards down the field, setting Wesley up in great field position. The big play set up a touchdown, putting Wesley up 7-0. Later on, McSweeney on the run finds Gene Knight, and the receiver makes a couple of moves, breaks a few tackles, and turns what would have been a small gain into a 54-yard touchdown, giving Wesley a 14-0 lead to end the first quarter. On the Wolverines' last possession of the first half, McSweeney finds Ellis Kraut for another touchdown, and Wesley enters halftime leading 21-0. At the start of the third quarter, McSweeney finds Kraut again, this time for an 8-yard touchdown, and Wesley is pouring it on at 28-0. With all the scoring, the defense wants to get into the action, so Coleman Petit picks off Brett Mason and goes 18 yards for a defensive touchdown, putting them up 35-0. After another interception, McSweeney finds Stevenson for his 3rd touchdown pass of the game, giving Wesley a 42-0 lead. They would go on to win by a score of 56-7. Shane McSweeney completed 16 of 21 passes for 216 yards and 4 touchdowns. Brandon Wright gained 71 yards on 12 carries and found the end zone twice in relief for the injured Aaron Jackson. Ellis Kraut was the top receiver for the day, reeling in 6 catches for 58 yards and 2 touchdowns. Another fantastic effort by the Wolverine football team. The schedule makers were tough on the Wesley Wolverines this year. In a season of 10 games, only 3 are played at home. This means the bleachers are frequently empty. But now, Wesley is prepping for the biggest home game of the year, homecoming. Homecoming is a huge event for all students, so it would seem that the players would be easily distracted. But the team is looking at the big picture instead.
After we lost our first game to Del Val, it's become increasingly important for us to take a sense of urgency every time we keep on the field. So when we talk to the team, they know, if we're going to put ourselves in a postseason position, we need to keep winning.
But how can it be considered just another game? After all, the Wolverines will only play on this field 3 times this season. So the fans will be ready to see their team in action. With a limited number of contests at Scott Miller Stadium, the factor of added pressure to win this game might be coming into effect. But if a team wishes to be successful, isn't there pressure to win every game?
We always want to please the home fans. I mean, If that's added pressure, then it's added pressure. But I think, we have pressure on, if we're going to be a good football team, we have to win each game. I think that's the pressure we have.
Wesley's looked sharp so far this season, so hopefully they can keep their hot streak going. For WCTV, I'm Chris Agar.